Was there ever a thought that there was going to be a movie?
Yeah, well, again, this is sort of very, very early on in the process. And I think Hollywood picked up very quickly on this. And Judy was bombarded with requests and muffin baskets and the sort of thing that producers want to tempt and seduce you with. And she very cannily said, no, I'm going to hang on to the rights. I want to get the show out there. I want it to open in the territories that it should open in, and then I'll talk about a movie. So I think we were about 10 years before, whether, I can't remember actually, I'd have to look at dates myself, but I can't remember if it was 10 years that the movie started or 10 years that Judy and I started talking about it. So she'd said to me from about 5 years in, yeah, there'd definitely be a movie, but I've got to wait until the time is right. So when the time was right was when she was still going to have, meant that she had enough clout to keep control, and that both Phillida and I would stay with it. If we'd lost the right, or she'd sold the rights at the beginning, I think they'd have immediately wanted to work with more experienced people.
One thing I need to one person I need to mention when the movie got up and running is the one and only Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
Someone got on board. Now, what was the idea of bringing Meryl Streep in? Was it because it was to add maybe the star attraction like some Hollywood movies do, or was it because she is a great actress? And was it the first time I think she sang? I'm not saying that she hasn't sang before, but
she's trained. And I'm not going to remember the name of the play, but she's a trained singer. I mean, she can sing. She just had not done something like this before. Well, the reason that Judy and Phillida asked Meryl Streep was because when Mamma Mia opened on Broadway, and as I said before, there was this kind of outpouring of gratitude that Broadway had reopened. Meryl went to see it, and she went backstage and she met with the actors, and she wrote a really lovely letter to Judy as a stranger really, but just said what fun it was and how much she'd enjoyed it. So when we sat down and talked about casting, somebody said, I think either Judy or Phillida, the director, let's ask Meryl Streep. And we thought, yeah, why not? Aim as high as possible. It doesn't, she's not going to say yes, but at least we'll have asked her. And so they did. And she said, come and meet me in New York. So Phillida and Judy flew over, and I was here with my phone waiting for the text. And yeah, Meryl said yes. As soon as Meryl said yes, all the other roles just fell into place, because the word had got out that Meryl Streep's might was behind this, that she believed in this movie enough to give up her valuable time to appear in it. So the next thing we knew, Pierce Brosnan's and Colin Firth, Julie Walters, Christine Brown, they were all just there. So I don't think I've ever been in anything that cast itself so quickly as that. It's brilliant.
Yeah. How would you describe Meryl Streep then as a person as well? I mean, in terms of, where she's this multi Oscar nominated actress by right as well.
Yes.
And this is an actress who's larger than life. You see her on the television. She's got this aura about her where she just sits there, and as people would just go and listen to her or watch her. But what's she like as a person, just to be around with, just to socialize and just to get on, really, not just as the actress, but as the person?
I mean, again, I suffered from a lot of nerves before meeting her because of all the things you've just said about her. And the musical director and I think we met her for the first time at the recording studios, because although, we recorded a lot of everybody sang live in the shoot, but they were you know, singing, listening to themselves. So there was the sort of mix of live vocals and the pre-recorded vocals. And this was all done before we went into rehearsals for the movie. So that was the first time we met Meryl Streep, was at Abbey Road Studios. And you've kind of hearts thumping, and you're thinking, what am I going to say? You know, am I going to make an idiot of myself? And, you know, by trying to be too casual or too formal. And then when I met her, I realized, I understood that she has to deal with this a lot, people who are kind of gobsmacked by her. And the way she deals with it is by being really open and warm and kind of inviting you in by saying, I'm just a human being like you are. And I never once saw her in all that time that we worked with her do anything to snap at anyone, be grand. You know, nothing saying, oh God, she was so perfect. And she was just really normal. She works so hard. She really gets things right because she works so hard at it, but she lets her hair down and has a glass or two at the end of the day, just like anyone else. I think she was a lot of fun, and like Bienni and Bjorn, somebody who can really laugh a lot at herself, other people, and just enjoy life. Yeah, I mean, I'm an even bigger fan of her now, having had that experience, and I was before. And yet now I see her in movies and that, like I watched Don't Look Up the other night, and I don't think, oh, there's Meryl, who I, you know, sat in a bar in New York with and got absolutely slaughtered. I still think she's so good, isn't she? She is a star. Yeah.